What up, what up? Welcome everybody, episode 17 of Road to Pro. I mean, I say it every week, like wow. Episode 17. I remember when I first started this, it was one day, I don't even remember, I think I was probably just laying around thinking like, man, how cool would it be to like do like a docu-series on what it takes to become a pro bodybuilder. And at that time it was like 25 weeks and it was like some far-fetched ass idea, and I remember hitting Billy up and saying, Billy, like, how much is this gonna cost me? And I was like, fuck, I can't do that. And then, I was like, you know what though, but I mean, how cool is it to say, like, you have this whole journey documented that I can go back and watch whenever, so I was like, you know what, I invest so much money in bodybuilding that what's a couple $1,000s more to make this happen. So here we are. I mean, realistically, we have 5 episodes left after this one. That's it. It's crazy to think that we've already done 16 episodes before today, and we're in the final stretch. I mean, obviously when we first started, it was supposed to be a 25-week docu-series, but it's shortened just because, we moved the show up. But with that being said, I'm super excited about it. I just want to talk a little bit about what prep is really like, and like your emotions and how you feel on prep, because most people don't really understand it. And I get a lot of customers ask me like, man, how do you feel? Like, man, you look tired, or whatever it may be. But so I just wanted to kind of like touch on it for the people who don't really understand, who've never been in prep or been around somebody in prep. And this morning, this idea just came to me because I was, woke up, got on my phone, was scrolling through Facebook, and I saw a good friend of mine who's a pro bodybuilder made a comment. And it said, if you cannot control your emotions, then maybe bodybuilding is not for you. And man, is that shit not the truest statement, because your emotions are all over the place. Like, for one, your emotions are all over the place just because, like, you've all heard the term hangry, right? So people are hangry because you're hungry all the time, which turns into being angry. But then also on top of that, with all of the supplements and steroids or wherever else you may be on, like, it has your testosterone levels up here, your estrogen down here, or vice versa, and you're all over the place. And some days, I mean, you could literally get in your car and you could just cry, right? Like, just because, like, you're so emotional from, like, anything. Like, the smallest of things may trigger you off to make you go off on the next person, and then 5 minutes later, you're crying. I mean, so it's just, like, emotionally, it's a roller coaster. So if you've never been around somebody who's on prep, you really wouldn't understand what I'm saying, but if you have, you know what I mean. I mean, like, you have really good days and you have really shitty days, all right? Luckily for me, this prep has been kind of even killed. All shitty days, nah. But I mean, they've been pretty, like, on the medium to low side. I don't have a whole lot of high days where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm super jolly, but I don't have a lot of days where I'm just cussing everybody out. So that part has been beneficial to me, especially to my circle, just because I haven't gotten too bad about it. But the feelings of prep, like your body. So a real question that most people ask that know bodybuilding, right? Like, they'll come up to me and they'll see me on a Stairmaster, treadmill, whatever it may be, and I'm like grinding it out, looking like half death, and they're like, so how are you feeling? And they're like, not your body, like, but how are you feeling, right? Because, like, everyone knows, like, your body, like, you probably feel fine or you look great, but they know that mentally you're fucked. So that's the biggest question I get every single week is like, how are you feeling? And, like, my mental psyche's been pretty good. I try to stay out of my own head as far as, like, competition, like, who I'm going against, like, because Instagram is the worst thing you can do in bodybuilding. Like, you fall for the okie doke because everybody looks great on Instagram, and you may look like shit on Instagram just because, like, you don't know how to take angles. Like, I'm terrible at angles. Everybody tells me I look bigger in person than I do on Instagram. But so a lot of guys look huge on Instagram, and you see them in person, you're like, wait a minute, where's the guy on the camera? So I try to stay away from, like, looking for my competition. I used to do it all the time, and I would psych myself out. So mentally, from that psyche, I'm pretty good this prep. I'm not really concerned about who it is. I'm concerned about beating myself. I'm concerned about beating the last package that I brought to the stage, which we're ahead of that already today, and we still got 5 weeks. 5 weeks and 2 days until it's game time. So, I mean, that's kind of a little bit about, like, the mental side of prep. Like, the things that you got to deal with. You fight your own demons every day, and sometimes those things can take the best of you. So you just got to make sure that you control that part of the prep. Then the other part, obviously the mental part, is food. right? You got to be disciplined enough not to eat everything that you see in sight, because everywhere you go, there's stuff that you shouldn't have. I mean, like, I just look right here in this cabinet, right? And everybody thinks like body armor, like that's probably great, or like this muscle milk is great, like shit like that. Like it's fine, but it doesn't fit in my macros. So like, I can't have that body armor, which is 300 calories, which has a bunch of carbohydrates, because I'm on low carbs every day. Like, so the things that you think are good for you on a normal day, they might be, but in prep, like, nothing is. Nothing extra is. So, you know, I mean, that is a constant battle, because, like, I have a kid at home who he orders DoorDash every single day. And I swear to God, like, this kid is killing me. Because every day that you hear, and I'm like, who's at the door? He's like, I order food. And I'm like, damn, bro, like, can I just smell what you're eating? Because, like, my chicken and rice don't look like that Panda Express or whatever else the hell he may be ordering every day. So, yeah, so those battles are real. But my real addiction and my real problem that I have right now, guys, I have ordered over $200 worth of post-show sweets. Bro, I'm not going to eat it all. I already know. Like, I ordered just this week, just in the last 2 weeks alone, I ordered from West Coast Confections some brownies. Then I ordered from Colossal Brownie last week. And then yesterday, like, my cookie dealer was selling some stuff, and I ordered $40 worth of shit from them. So literally, like, I have like $200 worth of stuff either en route or in my freezer at the moment, which I'm going to take one bite of and be like, kids, here you go. But it's because addiction is real, guys. Like, it's no bullshit. Like, my phone is no friend of mine either. Like, if I go to my Instagram, like, my Explorer page, like, it's BS. Look, Explorer page, like, food, sweets, bodybuilding, food, bodybuilding, like, more food. Like, that, it's like there's only two things that I get. It's food or bodybuilding. And it's like, gosh, like, come on, Larry Williams, like, really? Oh, this is the kind of stuff that I got to see every day. But, so suffering from that aspect is realer than anything to me. But that's a little bit about, like, what we got going on here today. So today we're here at Hellhound Gym. You know, this gym actually is the closest gym to my house. And it's actually one of my favorite gyms for prep purposes for one reason. It's hot as fuck in here. Luckily today we're here at 7:30 in the morning, so it's not too bad. But typically I get here in the middle of the day, and I sweat it out. It's 90 degrees plus midday. Last night I was here with Maggie and Kim training them. It was 85 degrees at 8 p.m. in here. So you get a good sweat, work off any water weight. So I do like coming here for that. Every gym that I go to, there's a reason I go there, and I love it, right? So I go to Red Zone because that's like the home gym, and lighting is amazing. I get like the best pictures at Red Zone, right? Because they got good shadows. We call it anabolic lighting, you know, makes you look better. Then I love Raw just because, like, they have newer equipment. They have probably the most up-to-date and most like state-of-the-art bodybuilding equipment there. So I like going there, but, you know, it's kind of busy, more kids there. So and I'm there most of the time because I'm training. So those are the three gyms, and they all have their own purpose. They all fit into my prep some way, somehow. But today is Hellhound, and usually we come to Hellhound, we do legs. So today we got legs on the menu today, so we're gonna hit some legs and see how that goes. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's the update for you guys. Body is looking great. Actually, Ariel doesn't give me very many comments. This week he gave me one. He told me that he actually said I was looking great. That was amazing. And then I showed him also, I did some body work yesterday, showed him the difference in my back, which I'll show you guys a quick picture of that. Like, it was night and day between the two. Thanks to Lisa. Drop her little tag right here so that you guys can see if you want to get some work from Lisa. She does something fascia tissue release, something like that, but I don't know exactly what it's called. But yeah, she's really good at that. My back came out great, and he was like, nice. So I don't know, maybe the guy is eating too many carbs right now because he's giving me too many compliments now. But I appreciate it, Ariel. But we're going to grind these legs out and get after it, guys. So today we brought out some real classics, okay? Like, value-wise, they don't hold much anymore, but this is a 2007 Jordan 1 Mid Old Love. It was one of the first Defining Moments pack, which actually they called Beginning Moments pack, which came out with the Old Love and a New Love. So this is a 2007. I mean, as you can see, it's yellow as hell on the bottom. That's what happens when you age out shoes. But as you can once again see, My shit is immaculate, bro. Like 2007 looks like brand new. Like that's just what I do. Shoe game is always on point. All right, yeah. And so if you see the shirt today, you won't see it for long because it's hot in here. Shirt's coming off. But shout out to my boy Kevin Brown, Team Cuts all day. I mean, this statement, when I first seen these shirts, I was like, this is prep 100%. Shut up and suffer. Like, if you ain't suffering, you ain't working. It's that simple. Like, if you ain't suffering, you ain't winning. That's the real saying. Because if you're not suffering in prep, and prep is going easy for you, you have no suffering, no diet face, no nothing, bro, you ain't winning. So just shut up and suffer. Dry scoop gang, as always, but let me change this up real quick because trying to get some water out of that straw when you have got pre-workout in your mouth is not the business. All right, so dry scoop gang, Evo Gin, like always, we just put a new order in. We got some new product coming in. We'll show you guys next week. Last time we were here was the last time that we had the beats, right? Now it's AirPod only mode. But hey, they do the job. Say, just shut up and fucking suffer. That's what we're doing in this bitch. Suffer. I'm done. Do some abs and call it a wrap. All right, everybody. Thanks as always for joining us on episode 17. A lot of breath, a little tired. It's hot as hell in here, and just had like some oatmeal and some eggs. So not a whole lot to get you through the workout, but you got to push through. Cause like I say, shut up and suffer. So like always, if you're already a subscriber, thanks. If not, there's 3 buttons: like, subscribe, turn on notifications. We coming live every Sunday 10 a.m. Hey, just remember though, only 5 more episodes, 4 more, and then the big dance. So stay tuned. We out.